Hello, starting off this video, it is February 14th and we're just gonna snap back to at home. My husband got me flowers and yeah, it was beautiful and I can't bring them to Hawaii, so here they are. And this is a picture of us when we were celebrating Valentine's that night in Utah back at home. But we woke up and this is a picture of our kids with their Valentines. It's so cute and we missed them so much. But this is our morning with the beloved window at the Prince Waikiki. We had a lazy, slow morning and it was fabulous. But we're finally up and we're ready. It's about lunchtime, so we head to the hotel restaurant. It's called 100 Sails Restaurant and Bar. They also have a Tokyo one with like sushi and stuff, but it had a lot of demand and reservations, so we went to that one. It was way good. Steve got a burger. I got grilled cheese and tomato soup, and simple but perfect. This is one of those crosswalks where they stop all the traffic on all the 4 roads and everyone can just cross any which way. So today we're going to the zoo. I'm so excited. I love the zoo. I always make my family go. I can't wait to make the kids go, but we are at the zoo and we are so excited. Oh. No comments now. No comments now. First we start with the birds, walk through there, then we end up just kind of following the loop around the tiger. We see the Komodo dragon, which is one of my favorites. They had so many green areas. It was beautiful. So many big play areas for kids. It really is just a cute zoo. They had all those kind of like pictures, and I felt like it really was one of those like less is more kind of zoo, and it was just so fun. So we end up watching this guy for a bit. Over on this side, they were actually mowing, and one person had the weed whacker, so it got a little loud, and you can tell that he's kind of walking around looking at that guy waiting for him to turn the weed whacker off. But he was really cool and active. Sometimes we're from Utah, so we go to the Hogle Zoo, and sometimes you can't even find the tiger because they are just like burrowed into something. So it was really cool to see them. Then we end up going and getting a little snack. Now we're at the monkeys. Here's just a few short videos. We ended up missing quite a bit. They are so funny. My niece went to Hawaii about 6 months before us to the zoo, and she said that she loved watching the monkeys and they were so funny. I wish I would have taken more video, but just like in the moment watching them, so fun, so funny. Anyway, here is the playground again. We saw that Komodo dragon. Soon we're going to be showing the elephant, and we walked up to the elephant right when they were like spraying down, and they had the hose and just spraying her off, and all of the elephants came over. It was really fun to watch. Of course, that's after we got our snack. That ice cream, by the way, was completely hollow. When they first handed it to us, I was a little worried, but then when we started getting into it, it was hollow, and I was like, oh, when we first got it, I was like, oh, I wish we had the kids, they would really help us eat all this. And then when we saw it was hollow, we're like, oh, well, this is perfect for us. Now we're gonna walk through the reptile exhibit. We sat here by this alligator and this turtle for quite a while. So that, they said it was a snapping turtle, and it looked like the alligator was scared of the turtle. There was a lot of confidence there from that turtle. It really surprised us. Anyway, we stood there for longer than I'm sure Steve wanted to, because I was just so fascinated watching them. Anyway, we're finally at the elephants, and they are so cute, so fun to watch, and we definitely stayed here longer than Steve wanted to. But again, how can you not? They were so cute, so fun. Yeah, we were here a while. We were here for quite a while. At this point, it's about 3 in the afternoon, maybe starting to get close to 4. This is gonna be like the last little lap of our loop through the zoo. Once we're done with the elephants here, there's just a few more mammals to see, and then we are on our way out. But yeah, as you can see, she sucks it up and then spits the mud out on her back. So fun to watch. The weather was not too bad, actually. They said that the weather before and after, apparently if you go to Hawaii in February, it's a hit or miss if you're gonna have a good weather or a bad weather day. So yeah, I was really just so happy that we had a perfect week. Now we're gonna go to the lions, and unfortunately this is all I have of them, is this kind of blurry picture. They were not moving at all. But we went to the giraffes, and apparently the zoo had everyone vote for their favorite animal, and the giraffes won the Valentine zoo vote for favorite animal. So that was cute, and you can kind of see it behind Steve, but they had like a little banner and they had some flowers and stuff. And as we were walking back out to finish our loop up, I saw this mother duck and the babies, and they crossed all the way. They were just so cute, so fun to watch. And this rooster, anyway, so fun. Oh, drama. Drama. Oh, I just gotta cross the road.
Is that rooster herding that in his area or something?
I don't know. She seems to know where she's going. cute. Now we're finishing up our time at the zoo. Steve and I get some popcorn. We sit on a bench at the front of the zoo for a little while and talk. And then we decide to take a loop. Since we've already got our parking and the beach is right across the street, we decide to walk on the beach. And it was just an impromptu, so much fun. I took off my shoes and just held them, and we just walked down the beach. On our way after, we end up getting a snow cone, and anyway, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself, but this is us leaving the zoo.
We got a long ways to walk. It's like the street at night.
Huh?
It's like the street at night. So many freaking people. Oh, you're just in a different world. Walking? Yeah, they like that to be not really peace.
It's right here that we decided to turn around and start heading back. We didn't want to be too late because we were heading to a Cirque Soleil show tonight. Here we are with our snow cone. The funny thing about the snow cone that we got was that everyone said it was so easy to get them, and we struggled. So when we got this, we were so excited. We did our gift exchange. I gave Steve a little silicone ring. He really likes those, and I got a matching one, and I don't normally have one. We got all dressed for our Cirque du Soleil show, and we ended up going out to dinner at Steve found a nice sushi place. So we walked there, and then we spent a little extra time there, so we got an Uber to Cirque du Soleil and to see that show, and then we ended up
Tell us about your day. To all the friends out there.
Went to the zoo and didn't see any other friends.
What about the iguana?
Oh, I thought we were doing frog friends.
Oh.
I thought we were doing pet stuff. I went to the zoo and I walked on the beach. And my friend was taking me to a show.
And
And sushi. We're waiting for sushi.
Here's the menu of the place that we ended up. I'm horrible with pronouncing all the names and everything, but it was so good, and they had a bunch of stuff. As you can see, they had different rice or noodle bowls as well as the sushi. So yeah, we really enjoyed it. It was the perfect romantic date because, as you can see, all the plates have such great portions, so definitely something to share. Very romantic, very fun, very filling. Then we go to Cirque du Soleil. This was my probably 4th Cirque du Soleil show, and again, we loved it and it was so good. Would highly recommend it to anyone, even like our kids. I would take our kids to that show. It really was incredible. From that night, we walked back to the hotel and yeah, just enjoyed our night. It was the perfect Valentines in Hawaii. There's some views of the sunset that night. Thanks for joining us.